Well, this is tutorial for assignment number 4. As we discussed in class, uh, we're gonna work on a section. So the first thing we're gonna do is create a new layer by clicking on the layer properties icon, and it'll be layer number 9. It would be our section line. Let's make it green, or maybe we should call this annotations as we discussed in class. And that would be 13 or 15.15 millimeter line weight. So I'll double click on it to select it. Right here, the green check will appear, or I'll just select it by selecting from this drop down menu. So we're going to draw a polyline PL that goes through the window upward. And then I am going to create the direction in which the section is it's aiming for and where the viewer is looking at. So to do that, I'll create an arrow, and I'll just use a 2-foot arrow. Sorry. Okay, we have a 2-foot arrow right here, and I'll just deactivate the orthogonal mode. So I'll just create something that looks like this arrow. And by using the C command, which is for circle, I'll just draw a circle right here. Then I'm going to group this, select everything, and type in command group. This will create a group that would help me move this arrow. But I noticed that this arrow is very big. So I'll just scale it down. I'm going to copy it so you can see the difference. I'm going to reestablish the orthogonal mode. So everything moves in a 90-degree angle. And I'm going to scale it by introducing command CS, enter. I'll choose my base point, and then I could do it with a number. So if I want to scale it to half of the size, I'll just type in 0.5, enter. It'll become half of the size. Or I'm going to copy this up here, and I'm going to use a reference point. So to use a reference point, I'll select the arrow, type in CS, enter, and I'll use this as my base point. Then I'll choose reference or type in R, choose the reference here in the menu, in the command menu, or I'll just type in R, and then it will tell me to grab the base point, then the end point, and then the reference that it's going to take to scale the element. So both methods are valid, but the reference one is more precise. So I'm going to erase these, and I'm just going to use this one right here. So I'm just gonna, and what I'm saying is that I'm slicing my building right here through, this will be my slice. So this will be what I'm doing, and this will be where my theoretical knife or blade will cut through this building. I'm gonna move all of this so it doesn't bother me. And then I'm gonna flip or rotate my UCS as I explained in class. So I'll type in UCS, enter, and type in the letter E, enter. And I'll choose in an element that would align my UCS with the direction in which I want to draw. In this case, I want to draw towards the left, towards the right, but I want to do it horizontally. So I'll just select this element and see that the UCS shifted from its original position that was around here. I'll go back. See, the UCS was here. So by typing UCS, enter, the E letter, enter, and selecting the an element on either side, see, it rotates. I'm selecting it here. So I have it here. Now I'm just going to type in plan, enter, and I'll align it with current UCS. So it flipped. Now I'm going to switch my layers to 0, and I'm going to use the X-line command, which is an infinite line, to start building projections. The command is X-line, enter, and I'll just, every where this cutting plane meets the construction, I'll create an X line. And I'll move the mouse upward so it's vertical or perpendicular to my section plane. So I'll put it here, escape, and I'll just copy it wherever it intersects with different elements in my floor plane, right? Now I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna maybe change the name of my layer, not to cut walls, but to cut elements as we discussed in class. So I'll go here and change cut elements. And I'll use that layer, I'll drawing that layer, and I'll project my section right here. And I'll do maybe 2 feet, maybe 1.5 feet, better. That will be the thickness of my floor. And I'll just click on C to close this polyline. Then I will draw my walls. So I'll type in 10 feet, enter, come down, and very important to close C, enter, this other wall. I'll copy it to the other side, and I'll just copy this right here. I'll copy the same element that is my floor, will be my top level, let's say slab or ceiling plane. I'll just erase these construction X lines and start editing. So I have my window and my windowsill, let's say it's going to be 2 feet from the floor, and using OF, enter, offset, I'll set an offset. I'll copy this line 7 feet up. So I'll just select the windowsill height, type in OF, enter, type in 7 feet, enter, and then I'll choose where those 7 feet are gonna be offset. So they're gonna be offset upward. There you go. Now I'm gonna trim this line. So because these needs to be in a different layer because I'm not cutting because I'm seeing here the frame of the window, right? So I'm gonna introduce command tr, enter. I'll trim this one. But let's try another method for this one. Let's type in the command break, the break command, which is br, enter. I'll select it. And then I'll choose a point where to cut it. So I broke this, like this polyline in two, and then I'll just click on an endpoint and drag it to my desired um, position. And I have it right there. Then I'm going to join everything together. So PE, it's a command, enter. I'll select this polyline, select join, and I'll select all the lines that I want to join. So I have a complete polygon. Then I'll repeat the same process with the upper part of my window. And then I'll just draw on the projected boundaries layer. Since we don't have a lot of detail for now, we're going to use the same elements to draw our window frame as a section. And select the doors or windows layer and create that window representation. So this is the section that we would have, right? Then let's hatch our 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 floor, our ceiling plane, and our cut walls. So we'll go into wall hatch layer, but let's change the name into cut hatch. Okay, select that layer, and then we're gonna introduce or type in the command H, enter, which is for hatch. But now I'm gonna match the properties on this wall hatch right here. So I'm just gonna go here and match properties, enter. I'm just gonna match it, click on it, and then I'm gonna click on the hatch that I wanna get those properties from right here. And then I'm gonna select, instead of picking points, I'm gonna select boundaries or objects. So I'll select this object, and I'll select this object, I'll select this one, and this one, and there you go. That would be our section for this room right here with the window right here. But let's think about something, and let's think that we have um, a window right here. So what we'll do, right, is let's think that we're gonna, for a minute, we're gonna transform this hatch and change its geometry. So let's select it and let's remove, click here, remove, and select this boundary. So I'll erase the hatch. Because I'm gonna change my layer and draw a new window. PL for polyline right here, and I'll copy it. Let's see, like maybe 5 feet. Enter. That's it. And then I'll go TR for trim and delete this one and delete this one. Then I'm going to join the whole geometry. PE, enter, select the polyline, and select all the elements that I want to join, enter, have this one. Then I'll join this other geometry using the PE command. Now, the projected boundaries would make my my window. But let's think about what our window would be. So for a minute, let's let's think that I'm gonna select all these elements. This is my door, right? See, I can select this accurately, this line, because isn't like in the way that there are other lines in the way. So what I need to do is select this line and say and type in draw order, enter, and I'll send it to the back. Now I can select the projection line that I wanted to select. So I have all of these, and I'll type in group. So I made a group. I am gonna copy it, CO, enter, and I'm gonna place it for now here. I'm gonna select it again and rotate it, RO, click the base point and rotate it, and then M for move, enter, and I'll place it here. But notice that it's upside down. Well, not upside down, it's on the other side, like the pivoting part of the door is on the other side. So I'll have to do something and use a command called mirror. So I'll select the object, the group, and type in MI for mirror. And what this does is that I choose a point and um, a plane that acts like a mirror. So this plane in the middle acts like a mirror. So again, I'll select it, MI, enter, choose the middle point, the midpoint, and then move upwards or downwards, doesn't matter. And this dotted line or this dashed line acts like a mirror that would reflect the object onto the other side. So I'll click upwards and it will tell me, do you want to erase the source object? I'll say yes. So it will erase the door that was here. Now I can use the projected boundaries, PL, the projected boundaries layers right here, and I'll just copy these items here. I'll rotate it, RO, rotate it this way, copy, and rotate it this way, and copy it onto the other side. Then I would choose my doors and windows layer and draw this new window. So I have a window with a door here. I have to pick, I have to uh, change this so the hatch doesn't go inside the door. So I'll select it and I'll just select this new point here. You see, it changed. It changed the rotation, but I can change that. So if I want to put it like in a 90-degree angle, I could. So here, I deselected, so the door's passing over my floor. So how does this look in the how does this look in my section? Well, I'm going to draw the elevation views for this window and for this. To do that, I'm going to use the serial layer and the xline command. So I'm just going to place it here, place it here, here, here. Sorry, if you want to, this one I'll erase. You can copy them instead of drawing it from scratch. So just put it here. Now I have to decide. Now I'll do my uh, windows and doors layer. I'll choose it. And this is going to be my my door. So I'm going to think that maybe this is 7 feet tall, right here. And this will go up to here. And I know this is 1.5 inches, right? That my frame is 1.5 inches thick. So if this is 7, right? I could just go up to this point, project this line so it be straight, and then I'll type in 1.5 inches. Then I'll go to this point, go downwards, and type in C for close, enter. So I have this polyline, but has like this middle point, which I don't like. So if I hover over it and it turns red, I can remove that vertex. So I'll remove it. So now it's clean like this. Okay. I don't need this projection line anymore. So I'll erase it. I don't need this projection line anymore. I'll erase it. But I'm gonna use my window. I'm gonna draw another window. So let's use this reference right here. So I'm gonna type in once again X line and place it here. Sorry, X line here. Or I just let's see, X line. Just I drew like in the snap sometimes messes up, so I could use the X line and drive the mouse to the right or to the left, click on it, and then move the line to the place that I want to, right here. So this will be the height, the height of my windowsill. So, and this would be the height of my the top of the frame of my window. I could copy CO this reference lines, and then so I'll have two rectangles that I can draw. So I'll go and choose my doors and windows layer, type in REC for rectangle, and where the lines meet, I'll create two rectangles, one outer one, and one interior one. And I'll erase my projection lines. So now I have a window and a door. And maybe I want something to complete this composition. So I'll just type in REC for rectangle and create something like this. And I would imagine that there's another piece of glass inside of here so that it needs a frame. So let's go and offset that line with OF, enter, and 1.5 inches. Now we need to tell the person that is looking to this drawing that this is a door that opens from from right to left. So let's go here to projections, PL, enter, and draw this line. See, the dashes are very close together, so I'll just type in the light scale. If you don't have this window open, example, I'll close it. You'll just type in PR, enter, which is the properties palette. I'll select it. I'll select the item, in this case, the polyline, and type in 5. That way, I symbol that this door pivots this way. And I can also tell that this is a window by adding, and I'll turn off my orthogonal mode. I'll just draw two lines. I'll draw the first one and I'll copy the second one, meaning that I'll copy here and copy here, meaning that this is a window. This is a piece of glass. Okay, so this would be the projection that I would have of this interior space with by looking towards this door that I drew inside. One thing is missing, the hatch. So I go to cut hatch. I'll select this hatch and just add to the hatch itself by selecting new objects. So this is it. This is it. Okay. So this will be our this will be how this is meant to look. Now let's create another cut, another element that's cutting. So another section. So let's do something else, and let's select all of this, right? Let's say that we're on the stairs layer, this group. Sorry, select all the stairs and create a group. So we have a group right here. And let's rotate it. Let's engage our orthogonal mode right here. And let's place it here. We're missing a line right here, so we'll take this group and type in X, enter, and explode it. And PL to draw this here. Let's select all of the elements again. Making sure I select this back element here and type in group. Let's make sure I selected everything. I did. Oh, the line was there. I didn't use it when I rotated it. So I'll just explode it or ungroup, and I'll just select from the left side and erase it. I'll select again and group it once more. So let's place this in the middle of the door right here and move it to the other side so it would be aligned with the door. So now I'm gonna select my arrows and my section plane and rotate it. RO. But instead of just rotating it, I am gonna select a point in which I'm gonna rotate. I'm just gonna hover over the midpoint of the door onto the place where it meets the section plane. But see that I have an option here of copy, which is C. And instead of just rotating, I'm going to copy while rotating. So I'm going to click on C and copy, or type in C, enter, C, enter. And see what happens? I am going to rotate and create a new copy. So I created a new copy. Now, all I need to do is move the arrows far enough so it includes all of the elements that are going to cut. To do that, let's type in S for stretch, select all of the elements that are included in my stretch and move it downward. So this happens, which is not good. So what I'm going to do is just move this element here and move this point here. And do the same thing, M, move here. Okay? And this is where you're supposed to be for next class.